Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Come on in. It's Tuesday. And we are live here for Morning Motivation. I'm your host, Pastor Dante. Come on in, hit your like, tag, and share button. We are live this morning for Morning Motivation. We are set to have another fantastic, powerful night today because this book has been cutting hard. It's been cutting hard. Good morning, Melissa. This thing has been ruthless, and I'm telling you, it is not to be played with. Good morning, Terry Barksdale. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, Shawnice. What a amazing day we are going to have today. I want to thank God for all of you coming on this morning. I would appreciate if you like it, tag it, and share it with someone. Sherry T, good morning. Elder Duckett, good morning. Renee, good morning. It's good to see everybody on this morning. Tamika, good morning. Good morning to everyone. Hopefully we got everybody signed up to go with us Friday. We need 2 van loads full of people. Meet us here at the church at 5:45. We are moving out. We'll head down to Suitland. We're going to have a great time with Pastor Marcus in the Lion of Judah Church. And I'm telling you, it's a night that you don't want. You've been everywhere else on a Friday night. Come on, you've been everywhere else on a Friday night. Come on, hang out with us on Friday night. It's Lenten season. You ain't got nothing else to do. What else you got to do? You ain't got nothing else to do. Just come on and hang out with us. Meet us here at the church at 5:45. Catch you on the van with us, or meet us there when you get there. Meet us there. We'll put out the address to the location on this week. All week long, we'll put it out there to make sure that everybody is ready to go. We are ready to have church on Friday night, but we've been having church every night. Again, last night, God did not disappoint. We had prayer on last night. Good morning. Good morning, Carlissa, Tennille, Stephanie, Michelle, Miss Jackie. Good morning. Good morning to all of you that's on here, that's live this morning. We are going to have a great and powerful show this morning. So glad to see everybody coming on. Kevin, good morning. The sun is shining and I can feel it and I can see it. Good morning, Denise. That's right. Good morning, Patricia Bryant. Good morning to you. The sun is shining and I can see it and feel it. So glad that we are here today, congregating one more time. This is probably the most impactful Lent season you've ever had. This 2025 season of consecration has really helped galvanize us, helped us come together as a family, a church family, as a Morning Motivation family, a nation as we are calling ourselves. And I'm grateful. I am truly grateful that we are in this season of our life together. Come on, somebody say we are together. Jessica Lavelle, good morning. Monique Benz, good morning. So glad that we are in this thing together. We're studying discipleship together. We're praying together. Good morning, Monique, Felicia. We're praying together. We're fasting together. All of those great things are happening, and we are doing it together. Say, we are together. Cynthia, good morning. I've never observed Lent before Oh, I didn't know that, Cynthia. Wow. Amazing. We are together. That's amazing. Well, I'm glad you are participating with us, Cynthia. And I know everybody that's connected to you is benefiting from you literally connecting with Lent in this season. And be like, Joanna, good morning. Good morning, Donna Moon. Good morning. We are better together. And if you don't believe that to be true, you in the wrong place, or you ain't woke up yet, because I am telling you, we are better together. So many things have declared that, and we have seen it happening, and we are seeing it happen with our own eyes. Yvonne Redmond, good morning. We are seeing it happen. Last night, we had a great consecration service. Minister Terry Barksdale opened up in prayer. I had a staff meeting, board meeting, and she was on fire. She was praying till the sun went down. And I'm telling you, this is the kind of light, this is the kind of fire we've been lighting. I don't know what kind of fire you've been lighting, but that's the kind of fire we've been lighting when you praying from your belly and you are praying over any and everything. And anything that was moving in here was getting prayed on. It doesn't matter who it was going. It was amazing in here last night. It was amazing in here last night. She said she had a testimony. She said, I came in here limping. I came in this church over 2 years ago limping. Now I'm dancing. I'm jumping. I'm leaping. I'm singing on the choir. All these things are happening to me because of the healing power that's in this building. Y'all think it's a game. Good morning, George. Good morning to everybody. The healing power that's in here is real. The healing power that's on this live is real. And you don't get that kind of prayer unless you're up in this building. I'm telling you, because when you're in this building, it's something. It's just something different. I'm telling y'all, it's something different. That's why I keep coaching, and I don't even want to say begging, but I just keep compelling. And that's what it said, go and compel them to come. I'm just compelling y'all to be here. So whenever you need to pray, whenever God says, you know what, it's your turn to pray. I told her 5 minutes before prayer, before the service started, you need to pray today. I'm in a meeting. No hesitation. Let's go. Zero hesitation. Are you ready? Listen to me, everybody. I need you to get this. I need you to get this. Will you be ready when your name is called? Can God trust you to call your name? Can God trust you to call on you? Will you be ready when he calls your name? I got to go prepare. I got to get myself ready. I got to get myself ready. I ain't been I'm not in that. Good morning, Erica. I got to pray about it. What you got to pray? When it's your turn, when your name is being about to be called, will you be ready? You have 5 minutes to prepare. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's it. We are about doing this thing with excellence and with passion. So let's make sure that we're ready when our name is called. Let's be ready when our name is called. We're not going through all this discipleship training just for me to read for myself, or for me to read just to hold you for an hour and a half. I'm trying to help me in here, God, please. I'm trying to get you ready. I'm part of the process of preparing you to be ready. Please don't just be sitting here listening and typing and shouting while you're on the chat and you're not ready. You're not getting ready. You're not on here for nothing. There are people that have been on here that dropped off. Ain't heard from them in years because that was their season to leave. Nothing against them. Love them. But you still on here. Why? Because you got to get ready. God is preparing you for something. Somebody better help me in here this morning. God is preparing you, Robin Taylor, for something. Where's Tara Dunn? Tara, is Tara on? I think I saw her name. Tara, are you on? God is preparing you for something. And I'm grateful, Stephanie, that he has been having a conversation with you. But I'm telling you, he's about to call your name. He's about to, I'm telling y'all, you better get, he's about to call your name. Miss Frida, good morning. Listen to me, because he will stay in this preparation stage forever. He is preparing you for something soon. Something soon. It's about to happen real soon. You got to be ready. He's getting you ready for something real soon. Something's about to happen soon. Tara Dunn sent me a message yesterday. Tara sent me a message, Tony McNeil. Tony one, I thought I saw Tony's name too. Tony Bishop, good morning. Tara sent me a message yesterday. She said in her message, I was so excited when she sent me this message. She sent me this message yesterday, and it said, let me go to Tara's message. I was really, really excited about this. It made me laugh a little bit, but it was great testimony. Just a little small one. She said, Pastor, I want to say thank you. With you teaching the Bible for the months and morning motivation, I was on point Saturday during our game day at my church. I was able to answer every question asked. He prepared her for that. Y'all might think it was something. Y'all might think it was just a game day. Oh, no, somebody took notice. Shut up. Tara Dunn, somebody took notice. Good morning, Robin Rose. Where did you get all this? Where did you get all this knowledge from? Where did you get all this knowledge from? I ain't learned that. Where are you learning that from? She's been prepared. Somebody watching you. He's preparing you for something. And it's not just anything. It's something that he's on purpose, for a purpose, with a purpose. You reading all those stories about Elijah and Uriah and David and John the Baptist and the book of Ephesians, the book of Philippians, and all of these things that we've been reading about, Joseph, all of those stories. You think he did that for any? Do you think God just did that just to be doing it? He's preparing us. Did Tamika Simmons come on? I think I saw Tamika Simmons' name. I think I saw Tamika. Tamika, you on? I got a couple of testimonies. I think I saw Tamika come on. Tamika, she sent me a message. Do you mind me sharing your testimony, Tamika? She doesn't. Do you mind me sharing your testimony, Tamika? these testimonies off the chain, y'all. Good morning, Tracy. I know Tracy had a great time at opening day. She probably lost her everlasting mind. So you don't mind me sharing, right? Okay. Just want to make sure. It's Testimony Tuesday. Okay. Tamika, let me show you how hungry Tamika is for discipleship. Tamika has on her post, has on her status, discipleship mandatory. See, this Tamika's status yesterday, she had discipleship mandatory. Those two words were flashing on her screen. Discipleship mandatory. This is what she said. Good afternoon, Pastor. I am officially now signing my paperwork. It's official. Listen to this. I am official. Without being official, I am so thankful and grateful for this opportunity Discipleship works. Somebody better type in there, discipleship works. I got the job and I'm not even qualified for it before I graduate in May, making more than I made at my full-time job that I've been at for almost 25 years. Oh my God. I'm telling y'all, I'm telling you, this is the woman that lost her husband a year ago grinding. This is the woman that her husband is now caught up in heaven. She down here working. She picked up the mantle and started working. She picked up the mantle. Listen, she is in discipleship class and she's not even officially in discipleship. She just comes in on my Tuesday class and just listens because she's hungry. I'm not getting on anybody the way they grieve. I'm not getting on anybody the way we grieve. Everybody grieves differently. Everybody will show their grief differently. But all I know is that her husband died a year ago and she just got a brand new job. She was in school, working and in school at the same time. Saying I can't get caught up in this. I can't get caught up. I gotta keep moving. It works, y'all. 3 weeks ago, I was in a multiple car crash. I was sandwiched in between two cars. I suffered bruises and concussions, yet I'm still here with a praise. Yes, Pastor, God is calling me to do something more, Erica. Yes. Working and grieving at the same time and going to school. Working, grieving, going to school all at the same time. So thank you for that testimony. I just pray that it encourages someone else, because we all have something. Pastor, I'll be signing to Reek Bridges up for a discipleship class. Okay. Discipleship Academy orientation is tonight at 7:00. The orientation is tonight at 7. 6 classes, working full time, and an internship for 24 weeks. Okay, maybe y'all just need to understand what she was doing, because I just gave you the short version. 6 classes, working full time, and an internship for 24 weeks. Internships, you don't get paid, just so y'all know that. Thank you, Lord, for the testimony. All right, y'all, let's go. COD, Discipleship and the Cross, Part 1. Discipleship is mandatory. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. I ain't want to tell y'all, a few months ago, before I went to Africa, she had another testimony when a check showed up in the mail, paying everything. I ain't gonna tell y'all that testimony, because y'all think we be lying. Y'all think I be just making up stuff. I ain't gonna tell you that. I'm not gonna tell you that testimony that she gave us online in our discipleship class. Play with this. Now, see the part that I'm really what God is saying in this moment, because honestly, she's one of the last ones to come in to this ministry and really start tapping into discipleship. And I've had people that's been with me for years and haven't tapped in. Been with me for a long time, haven't tapped in, and things are just happening. It don't matter when you get it in, it's that you do get in. You got to tap in. All right, y'all, we are on page 86. Discipleship is meant. I need you in this class with me. It's going to change your life. Huh? Get him in there, Tony. That's right. Now you got to pull the big sister card. You ain't going to even ask him to get in. You telling him he in. Now you got to pull the big sister card. I ain't going to be nice now. I was nice a while ago. Now I'm telling you, get in this class. Get in this class. That's right. Pull that big sister card out. Let them know who's boss this time. All right. Discipleship and the Cross, page 86. And he began to teach them that the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected by the elders and the chief priests and the scribes and be killed. And after 3 days, rise again. This is good. And he spake the saying openly. And Peter took him and began to rebuke him. But he turning about and seeing his disciples, rebuked Peter and saith, Get thee behind me, Satan, for thou mindest not the things of God, but the things of men. People that have no idea why you are doing what you're doing. People have no idea why you doing. Jesus is declaring that I have to die. Peter thinking about what man is going to do. He has no idea what spiritual assignment that Jesus is really on. They have no idea why you doing all this. They have no idea what you're doing. Why are you doing? Why are you in church? Why are you doing all this stuff all the time? Why are you not hanging out or doing the things that we used to do? I have an assignment on my life. I have an assignment on my life, and I'm sorry I wasted too much time before. And the last thing I'm going to do is allow you to have me forfeit my assignment again. Because the last time I almost forfeited it, but this time I hear God clearly. Okay, here we go. And he called unto him the multitude with his disciples and said unto them, If any man would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Deny yourself, take up your cross and follow him. I need everybody to type that. If this is the only thing you type, you might be listening and you ain't typed nothing all week for a whole year. I need you to type this. This is your assignment today. This is the assignment for the rest of your life. Deny yourself, take up the cross, follow him. I need you to write it down. I need you to type it. Deny yourself. Take up his cross and follow him. You don't type nothing else, Erica. Good morning, Erica Bell. If you don't type nothing else, I need you to type that. That is your assignment. Deny, take, follow. I don't know what that means, Pastor. Deny yourself. That's what the fasting is for. The fasting is for you to deny your flesh. Deny what your flesh wants deny what your flesh wants, which is mostly always contrary to what the kingdom desires for you. Deny it. You don't need it. It doesn't belong in you. It doesn't belong to you. You're not oh, come on, somebody. This is not supposed to be a part of your life. You have to deny yourself. Deny, take, follow. I don't know my assignment. Oh, yes, you do. Deny yourself, take up his cross, and follow him. Good morning, Star. Deny yourself, Well, I don't know what God's will is for my life. Deny yourself, take up his cross, and follow him. It's not rocket science. You want something to be deep. Nope. Deny, take, and follow. Our discipleship class last night, we discovered that many persons are really afraid to get really close to God, as close as God wants them. They know they can. They have the time, they have the ability, and they have the thirst, but they're afraid of what people are going to say about them. You're afraid of what people are going to say about you. You're going to be that holy roller. You're going to be that cult member. You're not going to be allowed in certain places. Nobody's going to be calling you like they used to. You're afraid of what it's going to take, what it's going to do to your life. Deny, take, and follow. Okay, here we go. For whoever would save his life shall lose it. And whoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel shall save it. For what doeth it profit a man to gain the whole world and to forfeit his life? For what should a man give in exchange for his life? For whosoever shall be ashamed of me and my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, the Son of Man shall be ashamed of him when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels. Can I ask somebody this question? Can somebody be? You know you hear him calling you to come closer and closer, but you're afraid. You're afraid of losing things. You're afraid of missing out. You're afraid of what people are going to say, but you know you hear him, but you're holding yourself back. Who am I talking to? Nobody's holding you back. You holding yourself back. You don't want to let go and go all the way in. Cynthia. We're going to pray for Cynthia. Put Cynthia on the prayer list. Who is it? She said, Erica said, that was me. Come on, you're on here. I know you are. Felicia. You know you hear it. He's telling you to come closer and closer. Put Felicia on the prayer list. Help. Dante. Put Dante on the prayer list. Put Damien on the prayer list. Put Quando on the prayer list. I need my prayer members. I need my prayer line to put them on the list. Because these are people that God is calling, but you keep saying no. Put Erica on that list. Erica Bell, Erika. We need them to come closer. We can't, because we can only go as far as God wants us to go through y'all, because y'all intricately connected to us. Good morning, Kimberly. Add Tamika to the list. Lord, help us. Stephanie, you got to get on. Y'all been around too long. Y'all been around too long. Y'all know y'all should be a lot further than y'all are. Help us, God. Thank you. I know some of y'all listening, not going to say it, but y'all know it's you. Add Nandi to the list. Okay, here we go. Back at the bottom of 86. Star said that used to be me. Huh? Jesus. Here, the call to follow is closely connected with Jesus' prediction of his passion. Jesus Christ must suffer and be rejected. This must is inherent in the promise of God. The scripture must be fulfilled. There is a distinction. Please pray for William Baker. Put William Baker on the list. There's a distinction between suffering and rejection. Had he only suffered, Jesus might still be applauded as the Messiah. Anisha, good morning. All the sympathy and admiration of the world might have been focused on his passion. It could have been viewed as a tragedy with its own intrinsic value, dignity, and honor. But in the passion, Jesus is a rejected Messiah. Your rejection is for your protection. Type it in there. We've typed it in there many times before, but I need you to type it in there again. My rejection was for my protection. Please add Vivian Singletary. I pray my discipleship students are getting these names. My prayer ministry is getting these names. Vivian Singletary. Type in my rejection was for my protection. Yes, I did say Damian Allen as well. Yes. They rejected you, not because they wanted to, but because God needed them to. Oh my God. You being fired from your job was assignment driven. Help me, God. I need to announce this right now because I'm going to forget it because I got so much going on in my brain. August the I got to make sure we got the right date. It's going to be a date in August. It's either going to be the 23rd or the 16th. But I'm going to give you the right date because we've got to find out which date we're going to do our back to school. It's either going to be the 23rd or the 16th. We're going to have a 12-hour prayer session here. And I'll let you know tomorrow once we figure out what date we're going to have. Well, not tomorrow, probably next week. This prayer ministry is on fire. This prayer ministry is tapped into God, has tapped into the voice of God. My rejection was for my protection. You being fired was assignment driven. God needed you because you wasn't going to let go. You would have worked till the end. Here we go, y'all. His rejection robs the passion of his halo of glory. The 24-hour fast. Thank you for that, Stephanie. My God, Stephanie, thank you for that. Stephanie reminded me. All right, this is what we're going to do for the 24-hour fast. We're doing it this Thursday, everybody, so you can get your mind right. Get your mind right. Say, I got to get my mind right. Got to get my mind ready. After you eat on Wednesday night, whatever time, 4, 5, 6, we are going on a 24-hour fast until Thursday, the same time. So you will have either Wednesday night after you eat, wherever time you eat, 24 hours. That means Thursday, that next day, Thursday, whatever time it was. I'm not going to put you on the set time because everybody got different schedules. So it's this week. So Wednesday night, when you stop, you got to go the whole 24 hours. You can drink water. You can drink water, but that's it. Got to get your mind right. Got to get your mind in that place. You got to get in that place. That's the 24 hour. We got to be in that place. And let's see what God does to us on that Thursday night. Let's see what God does to us on that Thursday night. I dare you to show up Thursday night in prayer that night. I dare you to show up that night. Let's see what God does with a bunch of disciples that decided to do a full 24-hour fast and come together. See what kind of move he has for us. My. Here we go. Suffering and rejection sum up the whole cross of Jesus. To die on the cross means to die despised and rejected of men. Suffering and rejection are laid upon Jesus as a divine necessity. Let me say this, only water, not just liquid, because everything else got sugar and preservatives in it. Only water. Somebody type in there, only water. Only water. You can do it. This is going to be powerful. Lord have mercy, this is going to be powerful. Suffering and rejection are laid upon Jesus as a divine necessity. Somebody type in there, divine necessity. Please type. It had to happen. It had to happen. Whew. Some things are a divine necessity. Terry, your job situation before I left was a divine, oh my God, was a divine necessity. It had to happen. And every attempt to prevent it is the work of the devil. God. Every attempt to keep you from suffering and being rejected was of the work of the enemy. Every time you tried to avoid that rejection, that was your flesh not wanting to be hurt, not wanting to feel that pain. But you know rejection, you know suffering and rejection, pain will always be involved. Divine necessity. Every attempt to prevent it is the work of the devil. Especially when it comes from his own disciples. We were used. We were used by the enemy to keep our children from suffering. That's why some of them are so soft. They can't handle nothing. They so emotional. Soon as somebody rejects them, soon as somebody come up against them, they don't know how to handle it. They even want to be combative, or they emotional. They crying all over the place because we kept them from suffering and rejection. Oh, I know I'm preaching. We did that. And now we got what we got. spoiled, entitled. Lord, help us. And we wondering why it's very difficult for them to literally get through what they need to get through without quitting. You know why you still here? Because you have something in you. You have something, a divine characteristic in you that many people have never been able to use or have been able to take advantage of, and that's resiliency. You are so resilient. Everything that has come up against you has failed because you tapped into that thing called resiliency. Don't think that everybody has that. Don't think that everybody could have made it through what you went through and came through what you came through, because you tapped into something that they've never been able to tap into. Resiliency. You the one that's supposed to be dead, but you too resilient for that. Woo! How are you still alive, Crystal? Why are you still not in that wheelchair? Why are you still not laying in that bed, a hospital bed? Why are we not talking about your grave site? Resiliency. You resilient. We're on page 87, Julian. My God. When you understand what that characteristic does, it literally tells you mentally that you will not quit. It doesn't say you can't quit. That characteristic tells you you will not quit. It don't say you can't quit. No, it tells you you will not quit. It is Peter. I'm sorry. It is the fact and attempt to prevent Christ from being Christ. It is Peter, the rock of the church, who commits that sin immediately after he confessed Jesus the Messiah and is appointed as the primacy. I need to set you up with this because some of y'all may not know this story. Erica Bell may not remember this. Some of y'all brought up, but let me tell you this. Peter was the one that called Jesus the Messiah. And the very next breath, he told him he's not going to die. God used him to declare that he was the Messiah because it said, flesh and blood did not reveal that to you, but my Father in heaven. Then the very next breath, Peter told Jesus, you can't be Jesus. Oh my. He told him first you're the Messiah. Now he's telling you can't be the Christ because the Christ can't die. You're going to tell me how to do my assignment. So the very first moment he was being used by God, and then the very next moment he was being used by the devil. I'm trying to help somebody. At any moment, any person in your life can be used by the devil. You can say one thing out of your mouth that's so spiritual, you can slay the whole church. In the very next breath, the enemy can use you. So don't think you that super spiritual that you can't listen. We had a very good meeting on yesterday, and I was at arms at something I knew I didn't approve of. And then I came back and said, you know what? I could be wrong. I'm here to tell you, you're not as spiritual as you think you are. I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you, you're not as spiritual as you think you are. The enemy can use you at any moment. Good morning, Rick Tyler. So here goes. That shows how the very notion of a suffering Messiah was a scandal to the church, even in its earliest days. I don't know if anybody has ever been a part of a scandal before, but I have. And I'm telling you, that's the reason why Peter didn't want Jesus to go through what he went through. That's why Peter didn't want Jesus to go through what he went through. Good morning, Tyra Jenkins. You know why? He knew that he thought that his Messiah, his Christ, could not look or be rejected like a common criminal. He didn't want his Messiah. He couldn't believe that his Messiah would be dealt with or treated like a common criminal. That's why it was so scandalous. You really ain't been in ministry. You really can't. You really ain't been in ministry if you ain't gone through a scandal. I'm telling you right now, when the lies and everything that's told on you, and you got to defend yourself, and you got to defend yourself to the end, you got to stand 10 toes down and keep working at the same time while being drove through the mud. You preaching to the very people that are, okay, I'm sorry, y'all ain't, I need to keep going. You preaching to the very same people okay. They shouting and screaming hallelujah, but literally have no desire to see you successful. None. If you would have dropped dead that day, they would have been gone to something else. They had no desire to see you successful at all. In fact, they were contributing to your demise, only showcasing and showing people in their false self and who they really are not in front of everybody else. Let me keep reading because somebody just triggered me. I just got triggered. Good God Almighty. I'm sorry. I got to make an appointment with Anisha today. Anisha, I'll be calling because I just got triggered. It's hard when you got to do an assignment and you know the assignment that you're doing, but the people that you're doing the assignment with are doing the exact opposite of what you're trying to do. You trying to lift everyone else up. They literally pulling you down at the same time. All right, Dante, here we go. We praying for you. I'm reading. They wanted me. Let me keep reading, y'all. That is not the kind of Lord he wants. And as the church of Christ, it does not like to have the law of suffering imposed upon it by its Lord. Peter's protest displays his own unwillingness to suffer. And that means that Satan had gained entry into the church and is trying to tear it away from the cross of his Lord. People didn't want Jesus to suffer because they didn't want to suffer. Nobody embraces suffering. Until you get into this season, you don't want to embrace suffering, but you have to understand this, Star Myers. You have to understand that the suffering is part of your lot. You embrace it because you know it's something on the other end of it. Come on, somebody. You're not going to stay on the cross. Is somebody going to talk back to me? Jesus never stayed on the cross. And though he was on the cross, he didn't stay on the cross. Even though he was buried, he didn't stay buried. Even though he died, he didn't stay dead. Embrace the season of suffering. Everybody type that in there. Embrace your season of suffering. Renee, embrace your season. Whoever this is for, you're going through something real heavy right now, and you're not telling anybody you've been telling everybody a little bit of your testimony, but you ain't really been telling them all the stuff. Oh God, you really ain't telling them everybody all that you're going through. You really ain't telling everybody all the things that are happening in your life. I'm trying to help you. There's somebody, you have to embrace your season of suffering. Embrace it. I mean, hold it close. My God. That cross, he had to be nailed on that cross. Listen to me, Felicia, in public. The suffering you had to endure, or you are enduring, is something that is made public. And then for you to get through it, you're going to have to embrace it. Embrace it. Pull it all the way in. Pull it all the way in. I mean, just embrace. I mean, hug it like you trying to hug somebody you ain't seen in years. Just bring it all the way in. Get it as close to you as possible. So Kim Collins can preach to you. For I reckon that the suffering is, my Lord and my God, is not worthy to be compared with the glory that shall be revealed. Embrace it. Can't tell it all. Do you know Robin Road? They wouldn't even be able to handle your whole testimony. Lavelle, they wouldn't even be able to handle your whole testimony. Crystal, they wouldn't even be able to handle your whole testimony. In fact, if they knew everything, they wouldn't even want you to be around them. In fact, if they knew it all, they wouldn't even let you pray for them. Lord, have mercy. If they knew all of what you went through and the stuff that you did and what you participated in. All right, let me go back. Let me go back. Jesus must therefore make it clear beyond all doubt that the must of suffering applies to his disciples no less than himself. If you only knew. Just as Christ is Christ only in virtue of his suffering and rejection, so the disciple is a disciple only insofar as he shares his Lord's suffering and rejection and crucifixion. Discipleship means adherence to the person of Jesus, and therefore submission to the law of Christ, which is the law of the cross. It said, run, Robin, run. If you only knew who I used to be, good God. We all got a used to life. We all got a used to testimony. I used to be that. I used to go there. I used to be with them. I used to do that. I used to be that. We all got a used to. Jasmine said, but God. Surprisingly enough, when Jesus begins to unfold his inescapable truth to his disciples, he wants, she said, I remember being in church where the pastor did something wrong, and I watched as the church slaughtered his wife and children instead of embracing her. It made me sad. They openly did it. And can I tell you something, Anisha? Honestly, you in that field, she's still probably dealing with it. The children still probably dealing with it. Some of the children probably don't even want to come to church anymore. Church people can be, I'm telling you, you go to the wrong church, I'm telling you right now, them jokers worse than the folk in the streets. Go to the wrong. Go to the wrong church. People still dealing with scars. Still dealing with scars from the things they experienced at church as children. Surprisingly enough, when Jesus begins to unfold his inescapable truth to his disciples, he once more sets them free to choose or reject him. If any man would come after me, if any man would come after me, he says, for it is not a matter of course, not even among the disciples. Nobody can be forced. Nobody can be expected to come. He says, if any man. God is leaving it up to you. That's why I said, if any man come after me, deny himself, take up his cross and follow. He didn't say every man comes after me. He said, if any man comes after me. Nobody can be forced. Nobody can be expected to come. He says, rather, if any man is prepared to spurn all other offers which come his way in order to follow him. Once, Chanel, once again, everything is left for the individual to decide. When the disciples are halfway along the road of discipleship, listen to this, everybody, they come to another crossroad. Once more, they are left free to choose for themselves. Nothing is expected of them, nothing forced upon them. So crucial is the demand of the present hour that the disciples must be left free to make their own choice before they are told of the law of discipleship. It's your choice. Somebody type in there, I choose discipleship. I choose discipleship. It's my choice. It's my choice. I'm choosing discipleship. I'm choosing to adhere to the law of Christ. I'm choosing to adhere to the kingdom principles that has me following Jesus Christ. I'm choosing to live a life of absolute obedience. Stephanie, you have a blessed day as well. If any man, I choose discipleship. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Annie. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you, Erica. I choose discipleship. Jesus, that's good. That's really good. I love it. Because what? Why? Here goes. It says, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself. The disciple must say to himself the same words Peter of Christ when he denied him. I know not this man. Self-denial is not just a series of isolated acts of mortification or cynicism. It is not suicide, for there is an element of self-will even in that. To deny oneself is to be aware only of Christ and no more of self. Discipleship is for the only one that you really to know, even as you are trying your hardest to deny yourself. The only person you know is Christ. That's what makes your life so simple. That's what has me doing all that I'm doing. All I want to know is him. I can't. Listen, everybody. There is no plan A. Please stop saying I need a plan B. There's no plan A and there's no plan B. There's just the plan. God says, I know the plans I have for you. The plan. There's no plan A, Anisha. There's no plan B. There's no backup plan in this. There's no other options in this. It's just the plan. It's just the plan. Well, my backup plan, if this doesn't work. No. It's just the plan. There's no other plan. There's not an A, B, or C. Don't say this is plan A. No, because that means there's a plan B. Stop giving yourself options. There are no other options. Just the plan. God, that's good. Here we go. Once more, all that self-denial can say is, he leadeth the way, keep close to him. And take up his cross. Jesus has graciously prepared the way for this word by speaking first of self-denial. Only when we have become completely oblivious, I want y'all to listen to this. It's a very critical statement in this book. I'm on page 88 in the middle of the page, Julian. Listen to this. Underline it if you don't have it underlined. Only when we have become completely oblivious of self are we ready to bear the cross for his sake. Only when you have completely denied yourself can you carry the cross. Because if you're carrying the cross and you still in self, the cross is going to crush you. It's too heavy for you. It's too much for you. Only when you have become completely oblivious of self are we ready to bear the cross for his sake. If in the end we know only him, if we have ceased to notice the pain of our own cross, we are indeed looking only unto him. When you stop crying over what you're going through, when you embrace the suffering, when you stop worrying about why everybody talking about you, or why is this always happening to me, or what's going on, what did I do wrong? When you embrace it and you are oblivious to the pain that it is causing you, when you are not trying to excuse it, or you're not trying to justify it, or you're not trying to figure out why it's happening, you have now become a partner in the kingdom expansion by carrying his cross. Jasmine, have a great day. It's not about you. Now, I'm going to let you come in my office. You tell me what's going on, and I'll let you cry for a little while. But I'm going to tell you, because I'm not the counselor at that time. Anisha can't really say that to you because, it just doesn't fit her job title. I'm going to tell you, you got to get yourself together. Candace Travis, good morning. I'm going to tell you, you got to get yourself together. Because you can't change what happened in the past. The past is the past. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. but you can pick up that mantle. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to find a good opening that's going to lead me to saying at the end, you have to get yourself together. That's good. Only then will we cease to notice the pain of our own cross. We are indeed looking only unto him. If Jesus had not been so graciously prepared us for this word, we should have found it unbearable. Thank you, Anisha. You put it in a great therapist language. Distraction number one, Miss Jackie, you preaching. Let me say this. I believe now even more than ever that the reason God had me teaching that Bible for so long, the reason God had me preaching that Bible for so long, he was preparing us and preparing you to be able to endure the suffering that you are going through even now, because it's the word that's going to keep you, grow you, sustain you, help to thrive. But if you didn't hear that word, you would have thought you made a mistake, that you did something wrong. But it was preparing you for such a time as this. God can no longer have you in a state of being unprepared. He can no longer have you in a state of being a novice in this thing called kingdom expansion. He has to prepare you for your next. And the preparation for your next is coming through discipleship. Okay, here we go. But by preparing us for it, he has enabled us to receive even a word as hard as the word of grace. It comes to us with the joy of discipleship and confirms us in it. To endure the cross is not a tragedy. The fact that you're able to endure the suffering, the cross, the nails, the embarrassment, oh my God. It is nothing more hard to get through or get over. Is some type of embarrassment that everybody is able to see. The endure the cross is not a tragedy. It is the suffering which is the fruit of an exclusive allegiance to Jesus Christ. Lord, have mercy. We can shut the live down right here. Cherie Rogers, you can shut the live down right here. Tyra, Star, Cynthia, Crystal, who else? Chanel, Rick, Nye. I'm telling you right now, we can shut the live down right here. Let me tell you why. The fruit of your allegiance to Jesus Christ. How do I know that you are How do I know that you are fully aligned with Christ? Is your suffering. And you're suffering in silence, and nobody even knows you going through it. The fruit of your allegiance is not your breakthroughs. The fruit of your sufferings is not your prayer life. The fruit of your suffering is the fruit of your allegiance to Christ is your suffering. Good God Almighty. The fact The way you know that I'm aligned with Christ, how you know I am walking with him, is I'm going through something that you couldn't handle yourself. That's the fruit. That's an indication that you and God are walking close, that you and Jesus are side by side, that you have literally put your hand to the plow and you haven't looked back. The suffering is the fruit of your allegiance. My God, my God. Tyra, don't start running. I know it. I'm trying to make sure you keep your job. You don't hear that. I mean, you hear, you're going to go through and all that, but they ain't going to tell you that. I ain't going to preach this where you really need to know that the moment you walk up to this church and you say yes to God, and you give your life to Christ and you go through discipleship, you're going to go through some stuff. So can I warn I'm going to warn every disciple, somebody, if y'all on the call with me today, make sure I warn every disciple that's going to sign up for Discipleship Academy. You're going to go through some stuff. You can best believe the devil is not going to just sit back and watch you go through discipleship and he not do nothing about it. He's going to make you want to quit. And some of them going to quit because it's going to get too heavy. It's actually the other way around, Annie. The fruit of your allegiance is suffering. So suffering is the fruit of your allegiance. So you want to have the words flipped around. When it comes, it is not an accident, but a necessity. Lord have mercy. The suffering is a necessity. I love it. It is not the sort of suffering which is inseparable from the mortal life. But the suffering which is an essential part of the specifically Christian life. It is not suffering per se, but suffering and rejection, and not rejection up for any cause or conviction of its own, but rejection for the sake of Christ. Let me see everybody that went through discipleship. Let me see the ones that said, Pastor, I was about to quit. And in fact, I wasn't about to quit one time. It was several times I was quitting. I couldn't take it no more. It was too much going on in my life. Come on, where you at? I had too much going on in my life. I couldn't take it. I was about to quit. It was good that I was afflicted. Miss Jackie said I was about to quit 3 times. Lord have mercy. Me and Tina were about to quit. Lord have mercy. Folk that have been with me the longest, about to throw in the towel. Anissa, about to throw in the towel. And I can't do this no more. This is too much. Denise said, I got to do it again. Don't think, Annie said, I was about to quit. Do not think, Chanel, that all of that happened by accident. Kristen, don't think all of it happened by accident. It was intentional for you to have to endure all of what you endured to see if you was really ready to become a disciple. Some of y'all that did quit and made the decision to quit and decided that it was too much, you're going to have to try. It's about time for you to start again. When we come up on the book that you left off on, it's time to do it again. Come on, tell somebody, do it again. If our Christianity has ceased to be serious about discipleship, if we have watered down the gospel into emotional uplift, which makes no costly demands, which fails to distinguish between natural and Christian existence, then we cannot help regarding the cross as an ordinary, everyday calamity. God Almighty. I'm going to read this again. That's right. Tell them to do it again. Encourage them. Do it again. I almost left the church, but God, and the only reason why I'm still at NQMC, thank you, Lord. Good morning, James. When you come through this kind of season of your life, especially when it's dealing with discipleship, and you want to quit, but you can't. Can I tell y'all? I'm gonna be really honest with you. This is what's going. I'm gonna be really honest with you. This is gonna help you. Do you know that if morning motivation wasn't in place, many of you would have quit discipleship? If you weren't really an employee of the church or part of the church, you would have quit. Tell the truth. If you wasn't hearing this teaching day in and day out, you would have quit. You would have quit. If you wasn't up here every day, you would have quit. Tell the truth. You would have found something else to do. You would have said, man, that's too much. I can't do all that. I'm staying home. I got things I got to do. You would have quit. That's one of the main reasons that I continue morning motivation, because I know what it does for the believer. It gives them what they need. It gives them what they never had. Something to literally look forward to in the morning before they start their day, and literally have some kind of ammunition to fight this world. We've been fighting with our hands behind our back, and we wonder why we kept losing. Am I talking to anybody? We've been fighting with our hands behind our back because we didn't have nothing to help fight this thing that we're dealing with. We couldn't fight our flesh. We couldn't fight our temptations. We couldn't fight our distractions. We had nothing. So I'm going to read this again. James, I want to read this again. I want you to listen to this. If our Christianity has ceased to be serious about discipleship, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it one more time, and I'm going to say it on our class this evening. If our Christianity has ceased to be serious about discipleship, if we have watered down the gospel into an emotional uplift, which makes no costly demands, which sounds like our church now on Sunday mornings, and which fails to distinguish between natural and Christian existence, then we cannot help regarding the cross as an ordinary, everyday calamity, as one of trials and tribulations of life. If all you getting is an emotional uplift and you ain't making discipleship serious, all the cross is an ordinary, everyday calamity. That's why you kept losing Thomas, because nobody made you serious about discipleship. That's why they wanted you here. They wanted. I'm saying me. Let me see. All I wanted you was to get here. All I wanted to do was to fill the church. All I wanted to do was collect offerings. All I wanted to do is keep building. I wanted to have this great band. I didn't care about discipleship. I wanted to have some great events, give away some food every now and then, show off in front of Facebook and show off in front of things, show people what we got going on. But I was not serious about discipleship. If our Christianity has ceased to be serious about discipleship, if we have watered down the gospel into emotional uplift, which makes no costly demands, and which fails to distinguish between natural and Christian existence, then we cannot help regarding the cross as an ordinary, everyday calamity. Means it was really about nothing. Something that happened every day. That's all. We have watered it down to nothing. It is now just a routine thing that we do on Sunday mornings. If I'm not challenging you, if I'm not holding you accountable, because I'm afraid that you're going to leave, I'm afraid I'm going to lose a member, or I'm afraid that somebody else, I'm gonna lose a leader, and I got to try to replace them. I'm gonna lose an employee. That's a problem. That's when infections and contaminants start to come in. Because then if we don't put things in check, everything's gonna break loose in here. My. We have forgotten that the cross means rejection and shame as well as suffering. The psalmist was lamenting that he was despised and rejected of men, and that is an essential quality of the suffering of cross. You're going to be despised, Miss Jackie. You're going to suffer, and you're going to be rejected. You're going to be despised, you're going to suffer, and you're going to be rejected. If you can't handle it, then discipleship is not for you. I'll have about 10 people drop off tonight. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I guarantee you 10 people, because I'm going to give it to them just like this. I got the page already marked off. I'm going to give it to them in the orientation just like this. So you cannot say I tricked you into doing anything. Ten people going to drop off, James. I'm telling you. Don't forget, rejected. Don't forget suffering, Chanel. You got despised, rejected, and suffering, and shame. Any synonym that you have, added to it. The enemy had a grave dug for me, but God sent help and renewed the desire and importance of discipleship. It's not over. It ain't over until God says it's done. Until victory has won. It ain't over until God says it's done. And until victory is one. I need you to smile today. I need you to walk with your head up today. I need you to embrace the suffering that you're dealing with, you going through. I need you to embrace it because it's part of your discipleship walk. Okay, let me finish. See if I can finish this paragraph. But the notion has ceased to be intelligible to to a Christianity which can no longer see any difference between an ordinary human life and a life of committed to Christ. The cross means sharing the suffering of Christ to the last and to the fullest. Only a man thus totally committed in discipleship can experience the meaning of the cross. That's it. We close now. That's it, Lachelle. Only a man thus totally committed to discipleship can experience the meaning of the cross. That's why Good Friday don't really mean nothing to anybody anymore. That's why most people don't even celebrate. Most of them don't even celebrate Good Friday. They'll talk about it. You know, they'll say, "Hey, this is the day that Christ died," but it don't mean nothing to them because they're not doing discipleship. When you're in discipleship, the cross is everything. Kim, have a great day. It don't mean anything. It doesn't have the power that it should have. You have a great one too, Denise. Let me make sure. Only a man or woman thus totally committed in discipleship can experience the meaning of the cross. That's why I want you in. That's why I want you signed up. I want a house full of disciples. I want a house full of spirit-led disciples. Spirit-led disciples. It's quiet on here today. It got quiet fast. I know everybody's probably dropping off. I apologize for holding y'all longer. That put somebody in a chokehold today. The cross is there right from the beginning. He has only got to pick it up. I'm gonna stay right here, y'all. I'll pick this up tomorrow. I'm not gonna even try to do that. Everybody, please have a good day. Discipleship orientations tonight at 7:00. I'm gonna send a link out to everybody that signed up via email. I'm gonna try to get get everything. Try to make sure that I have everything in place. Make sure that I get everything. I got all the links for the books. Make sure that everybody has access to that. The syllabus, have everybody access to that. Make sure that everybody put in there. Everybody, please have a great day today. Please smile. Please make sure you say good morning. Please do that. Say good morning, even to the ones that you know don't like you. Good morning. James, you have a great day. Deny, pick it up. Deny, take, and follow. Abu, you have a great day too. Hope you had a great holiday yesterday. Send me the link, please. I was not able to get on last. Lachelle, I sent the link yesterday. Did you get a link yesterday? I sent a link yesterday. Please check your email because I definitely sent a link yesterday. I'm going to check mine right now because I want to make sure everybody, and I want to make sure you were on this list. Lachelle, I'm looking to make sure you are on the list. Yep, just make sure you look. Yeah, check your email because I sent it yesterday. If you didn't, send me a message on Messenger. I'll make sure that you get it. All right, y'all. Listen, have a great day on purpose. God bless y'all. See y'all tomorrow. God bless.